As of 2025, the United States of America, China, Japan, Germany, Russia and the United Kingdom are known as the giants of the world because they top the charts when it comes to almost everything. They have the largest economies, strongest militaries, and are some of the most developed countries in the world. Coming back to Africa, for the longest time, Nigeria has always been considered as the giant of Africa because of its economy and the sheer size of its population. Nigeria has a population of over 230 million people and a nominal GDP that currently stands at $188 billion, a drastic decline from its $510 billion in 2023. In just 2 years, Nigeria has dropped from being the largest economy in Africa to the fourth largest economy, with Morocco threatening to surpass it. The country has been facing a lot of political, economic and social instability, with cost of living skyrocketing. With all the challenges Nigeria has been going through, can we say Nigeria is still the giant of Africa? For starters, giant is a word associated with success. If we look at Nigeria, can we truly say Nigeria is the most successful country in Africa? When we talk of successful countries, we talk of countries that are developed with systems that work properly. Education, healthcare, infrastructure, security, high standard of living are some of the factors that makes a country desirable. Can Nigeria boast of these things? Well, I guess not. If you look around the world, some of the most successful countries in the world are not necessarily the largest economies or population. Scandinavian countries, for example, are not necessarily the most populated countries in Europe. Neither do they have the largest economies, but these countries are some of the most successful countries in the world, with the best education system, road network, best infrastructure, and standard of living. In Africa, South Africa and Mauritius are the only Africa countries that comes close, at least by African standards, with South Africa topping the charts, which means South Africa is the real giant of Africa. Let's take a look at some few statistics to establish the fact that South Africa is the real giant of Africa. South Africa is a very beautiful country located in the southern part of Africa. It has a surface area of over 1.2 million square kilometers, making it the 9th largest country in Africa and the 24th in the world. The country has a population of about 61 million people, making it the 6th most populous country in Africa and the 25th in the world. As of 2025, South Africa has the largest economy in Africa, with a nominal GDP that currently stands at $418 billion, similar to countries like the Philippines, Malaysia, and Vietnam. South Africa is one of the most developed countries in Africa. It has one of the best standard of living, 4th strongest military, 3rd strongest passport, 8th strongest currency, and the top 3 best airports in Africa. The country also has some of the most beautiful cities in the world, such as Cape Town. In 2010, South Africa became the first and only African country to have hosted the FIFA World Cup. In comparison, Nigeria, which is considered the giant, has the 4th largest economy in Africa, with a nominal GDP per capita of about $800, which is one of the lowest on the continent. Its currency ranks as the 9th weakest currency in Africa. Its passport is the 6th weakest passport in Africa, and the country has one of the lowest Human Development Index at 0.560. Bribery and corruption is still a major problem in Nigeria. Both countries have the largest entertainment industries in Africa. According to statistics, South Africa has one of the strongest tourism industry in Africa, with millions of tourists flocking into the country every year. In fact, more Nigerians relocate to South Africa than South Africans relocate to Nigeria. Looking at all these statistics, this should inform you that South Africa is a way better country than Nigeria, and as a result, South Africa is the real giant of Africa. Before we proceed to shining the light on South Africa, please take a few moments to subscribe to the channel and turn on notification so you don't miss any of our videos. Now, let's begin with the beauty of South Africa. South Africa is a breathtaking mosaic of natural beauty, vibrant cities, and diverse landscapes that captivate travelers and locals alike. Its striking scenery ranges from majestic mountains and vast deserts to lush forests and pristine coastlines, offering something for every nature lover. One of the country's most iconic natural wonders is Table Mountain in Cape Town. This flat-topped mountain provides panoramic views over the city, the Atlantic Ocean, and nearby islands. It's part of the Table Mountain National Park, rich in unique flora known as fynbos, making it a biodiversity hotspot. Cape Town itself is a vibrant, multicultural city renowned for its beaches, historic sites like Robben Island, and the lively V&A waterfront. Further inland, the Drakensberg Mountains stand tall with dramatic peaks and deep valleys, perfect for hiking, rock climbing, and exploring ancient sandrock art. The region is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, celebrated for its stunning vistas and tranquil atmosphere. South Africa's Kruger National Park is one of Africa's premier safari destinations. Spanning nearly 20,000 square kilometers, it hosts the Big Five: lions, elephants, rhinos, leopards, and buffalo, along with hundreds of other species. The thrill of spotting wildlife in their natural habitat draws visitors from all over the world. The Garden Route, a scenic stretch along the southern coast, offers lush forests, lagoons, and charming towns like Knysna and Plettenberg Bay. This route blends coastal beauty with opportunities for outdoor adventures such as whale watching, bungee jumping, and hiking. Cities like Johannesburg and Durban add a dynamic urban flavor to South Africa's beauty. Johannesburg, the economic heart, combines history, culture, and a buzzing art scene. Durban's subtropical climate and golden beaches make it a beloved coastal city. Overall, South Africa's beauty lies in its diversity, where wild landscapes meet cosmopolitan cities, creating an unforgettable blend of nature, culture, and adventure. South Africa's economy is the most industrialized and diversified in Africa, characterized by a mix of mining, manufacturing, agriculture, and services. It is a middle-income emerging market with a nominal GDP of approximately $418 billion in 2025, making it the continent's largest economy. Mining plays a foundational role, with South Africa being one of the world's top producers of gold, platinum, chromium, and diamonds. The mining sector significantly contributes to exports and employment. Manufacturing is also vital, encompassing automotive production, chemicals, textiles, and food processing. The country hosts major automotive plants producing vehicles for domestic use and export. Agriculture remains important, producing maize, citrus fruits, sugarcane, and wine, both for local consumption and international markets. The services sector, including finance, telecommunications, tourism, and retail, dominates the GDP share, reflecting an increasingly urban and consumer-driven economy. Major exports include minerals like gold, platinum, and diamonds, alongside coal and iron ore. Manufactured goods, vehicles, and agricultural products like wine and citrus fruits also feature prominently. Key trading partners include China, the United States, Germany, and other European nations. Despite its economic strengths, South Africa faces challenges such as high unemployment, energy shortages, and income inequality. Efforts to diversify the economy, improve infrastructure, and attract foreign investment continue to be priorities for sustainable growth. When it comes to infrastructures, South Africa boasts some of the most developed and extensive infrastructure systems in Africa, making it a critical hub for commerce, transportation, and industry on the continent. Its infrastructure spans modern road networks, well-equipped ports, efficient airports, and reliable utilities, supporting both domestic economic activities and international trade. The country's road network is among the most advanced in Africa, with over 750,000 kilometers of roads. Major highways, such as the N1, N2, and N3 connect key cities like Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban, and Pretoria, facilitating smooth movement of goods and people. These national roads are generally well maintained and vital for trade corridors, especially those linking South Africa to neighboring countries like Zimbabwe, Botswana, and Mozambique. However, rural areas can experience less developed roads, posing challenges for connectivity outside urban centers. South Africa's ports are world-class and form the backbone of the nation's import and export activities. The Port of Durban is the busiest container port in Africa and one of the largest in the Southern Hemisphere, handling millions of tons of cargo annually. Other important ports include the Port of Cape Town, Port Elizabeth, and Richards Bay, each specializing in various cargo types, such as containers, bulk minerals, and automobiles. These ports are equipped with modern facilities and continuously upgraded to handle growing trade demands efficiently. The country's airports also rank highly, with OR Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg being the primary gateway to Africa, offering extensive global connections. Cape Town International and King Shaka International in Durban also serve significant passenger and cargo traffic, contributing to tourism and business travel. South Africa's energy and telecommunications infrastructure are relatively well developed, supporting industrial growth and digital connectivity. However, challenges like periodic power outages and disparities in rural electrification remain. Overall, South Africa's infrastructure is a strong asset, positioning it as a regional economic leader. Continued investment and modernization efforts are crucial to maintain competitiveness and support broader economic inclusion across the country. South Africa offers one of the highest standards of living in Africa, though it grapples with deep inequality and economic challenges. The country's Human Development Index stood at approximately 0.717 in 2022, placing it around the 4th in Africa. This reflects moderate performance in life expectancy, education, and income, essential components of human development. Economic indicators show a mixed picture. South Africa's GDP per capita is around $6,709, which is about 45% of the global average, situating the country in the upper middle income bracket within Africa. On quality of life metrics, South Africa ranks first on the African continent. According to Numbeo's Quality of Life Index, it scored 152.4 in mid-2025, driven by relatively strong healthcare, moderate cost of living, and reasonable purchasing power. The nation's healthcare system supports a life expectancy of approximately 66.1 years. However, significant concerns persist. A 32% unemployment rate and widespread poverty undermine stability and community well-being. High violent crime, including a homicide rate of 45 per 100,000 people, imposes psychological and social costs that erode sense of safety. South Africa's living standards benefit from relatively good infrastructure, healthcare, and urban services. Yet challenges such as high unemployment, inequality, and crime continue to hold the nation back from reaching its full potential. South Africa's military, known as the South African National Defence Force, is one of the strongest and most advanced in Africa, comprising 4 branches: the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Military Health Service. The CNDF maintains a professional and well-trained force of about 75,000 active personnel, supported by a large reserve component. The military benefits from a robust command structure and experienced leadership, with a focus on regional security and peacekeeping. The South African Army is the largest branch, equipped with modern tanks such as the Oliphant, infantry fighting vehicles, artillery, and armored personnel carriers. The Army emphasizes rapid deployment and counterinsurgency operations, essential for dealing with regional conflicts and internal security. The Navy protects South Africa's extensive coastline with a fleet that includes advanced submarines, frigates, and patrol vessels, enabling control over important sea lanes and maritime security in the South Atlantic and Indian Oceans. The Air Force operates a fleet of multi-role fighter jets, including the Swedish-made Gripen fighters, transport aircraft, and helicopters. This provides South Africa with strong air defense, reconnaissance capabilities, and support for ground forces. The SANDF also benefits from a domestic defense industry, with companies like Denel and Paramount Group producing armored vehicles, firearms, and aerospace technology, reducing reliance on foreign suppliers. South Africa's military is active in peacekeeping missions across Africa under the African Union and United Nations, showcasing its regional influence and commitment to stability. While facing challenges such as budget constraints and aging equipment in some areas, the SANDF remains a key military power in Africa due to its professionalism, advanced technology, and operational experience. South Africa's tourism sector is experiencing a strong and steady recovery, with 8.92 million international arrivals in 2024, marking a 5.1% increase over the previous year. Although still shy of the pre-pandemic high of 10.2 million in 2019, the industry is rapidly regaining momentum. The economic significance of tourism is growing. As of May 2025, the sector contributes 3.3% of South Africa's GDP, up from 2.3% in 2019. According to WTTC, tourism supported 1.8 million jobs in early 2025 and accounts for 8.8% of national GDP, highlighting its vital role in employment and economic growth. Regional tourism dominates, driven by proximity and ease of travel. In 2024, 76% of international visitors originated from Africa, with Zimbabwe as the top source country, followed by rapid growth from Ghana after its visa waiver introduction. In Quarter 1 2025, African travelers made up 75.1% of inbound tourists, with neighboring countries like Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Lesotho, and Eswatini leading the way. The travel rebound is expected to extend into 2025 as well. Fitch Solutions forecasts arrivals to reach 10.4 million, surpassing the 2019 figures and completing the tourism recovery journey. The South African Passport is a powerful travel document issued to South African citizens for international travel. As of 2025, it ranks moderately strong among African passports, offering visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to about 103 countries. This includes popular destinations across Africa, parts of Asia, and some European countries, though access to major Western countries often requires visas. The passport is biometric, enhancing security and global acceptance. It serves as a symbol of South African citizenship and enables international mobility for work, tourism, and business. Despite some limitations, it remains one of the more respected passports on the continent. To conclude, South Africa stands undeniably as the real giant of Africa, combining economic strength, military capability, and cultural influence like no other nation on the continent. Its diverse economy, advanced infrastructure, and strategic global partnerships fuel regional leadership and innovation. Rich natural beauty and a vibrant tourism sector showcase its global appeal. With a strong passport and one of Africa's most capable militaries, South Africa shapes continental politics and security. Despite challenges, its resilience and potential position it as a beacon of progress, opportunity, and stability, truly the powerhouse driving Africa's future on the world stage. Thanks for watching this video, and let us know your thoughts in the comments.